How's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Excuse a little band-aid. Donated some blood earlier this morning. Donate blood, it's good for you. So, starting off fast, tools you'll need are Phillips head screwdriver, socket wrench, 10mm socket will also be needed, and a teeny tiny flathead screwdriver. This will come in handy multiple times throughout this tutorial. And again, this video is about how to change your ignition switch on your Honda Civic. If you've hopped in your car, it doesn't start, or it starts and it dies automatically, boom, and you figure it out and you narrow it down to your ignition switch, this is the how-to video on how to replace that. It's a simple install, but it can take some time. To gain access to your ignition switch, you want to pop this cover off. There's two covers you want to get off. This is the first one, right below your steering wheel. There's 3 Phillips head screws, pretty simple to take off. And then you just got to shimmy a flathead or something in between this groove to pop the little pieces off right here. I'll show you that. And then there's 3 screws on this other panel to give you good access to the connectors for the ignition switch. Just to give you a better view of where those 3 Phillips heads were. There's 1, 2, and then the third one over there. For this panel, there's 1 here. And then there's 2 here that you need to take off. Here's a view of the ignition switch right here. As you see, it just has 2 screws holding it on. If you follow the cables back, you see they go back through this compartment right here, back through this wire loom. You'll have to undo that a little bit just to get your ignition switch cables out. And then this travels all the way back here, and I'll show you the 2 plugs where it goes to. So hopefully you can see this. The first one is right up here underneath your dash. In your main fuse box back here, you see this burgundy clip. These 3 wires are yellow, black and white, and black and yellow. This is one of the connectors that connects to your ignition switch. And the other one, you just go up from that one, you go straight up, look for this little crack. And you see that one back there. It's just 2 wires, a white one, and I think a black and white one. And that's your second clip that you have to undo to get your ignition switch out. So that's right underneath the steering wheel to the left. You see that clip? Also, I'll mention that there are a few zip ties that you'll have to undo. You'll encounter as you remove your ignition switch, scissor or a small knife to get those off. And then if you want to zip tie back again, just get some new zip ties. Next thing I'll do is go ahead and remove these 2 small screws that are holding the head of the ignition switch. Just easy to do with a Phillips head. Next thing I'll do is I'll go ahead and start popping the connector clips. That's just like any other connector clip on the Honda. You just depress the clip and pull on the head of the connector, and that should be able to pop loose the clip in the electrical connection. Hope you can see that is the clip that you need to depress. You depress that and you just pull on the male portion of the connector. The second one is a little bit tougher to get to, especially if you have bigger hands. Luckily my hands aren't that big, so I'm able to get at least one in there. So I'm having a little trouble removing the wire loom. So what I will do is I will remove this metal bracket. It's really just 2 screws, one through here, which I have already removed, and then another one back there. Those 2 10mm bolts, and you can maneuver this metal bracket out the way. We now have both connectors hanging loose. They give you a close-up. I went ahead and cut the zip tie that was holding on the ignition switch cords. Be careful when you're using scissors or knife back here. There's a couple other connections back here you do not want to cut. So that's removed. Now I'll just go ahead and locate any other tape or anything else. At this point you can go ahead and compare your new cord to your old, and you'll see, at least for mine, there's two wires that I'll need to take out of this connection and put inside my new one. It's not too bad. Just have to take off this kind of brown burgundy connector and depin these two wires and pin them back in this connection right here, back in their same locations. The other side, as you see, that matches the other connector, so nothing to do there. I'll go ahead and depin these before I take out the entire loom. To depin a connector head, it's not too bad. You'll see on the side there's two white clips, one there, one there. You'll just want to depress those. And once you depress those, you'll be able to pull this brown cover back a little bit, and that will allow you to depin. It's like a lock. It'll allow you to depin these other two, and that's when you use a depin tool or a safety clip or something like that to push it out from the front. See, here's wire. I'll just take a small flathead, put it right on the bottom tip, and I'll depress. Here's the other side. Your clip is now in the unlocked position. You just depress those tabs, press up. A smaller flathead will do a better job than a larger one. But now you can easily remove these pins with the flathead. Also, tip, before you completely depin these, make sure that you mark one of these plugs because they're the same color. Now before you pull both plugs out, I'll go ahead and usually I'll mark one of them with tape, something that won't fall off. Sometimes the marker can fall off with sweat. I'll just mark it with tape. So I'll probably mark this one with tape, and I'll know this wire goes right underneath the black and white wire, and that way I know this one goes right beside the black and white wire. I have full access to the wire loom and all the tape. Now it'll be easy to remove this wire loom. All the tape has been removed. Be careful when you're using the scissors or whatever kind of cutting tool that you don't puncture any wires. But now I have access to these two, which I'll plug back into the new ignition switch connector. These are the old connectors that I'm taking out. I'm just going to maneuver those through this hole. Voila. There you go. Old ignition switch is removed. The new one I'll just route the same way back through this hole. Plug back in the ignition switch, so I'll go ahead and screw it back on first. Go ahead and unlock this connector so I can plug in the other two clips. Remember, I taped one of them. I know this one goes right below the black and white wire, and this one goes right beside the black and white wire. Just pops right in. Same with this one. Pops right in. Just push back down. That locks it. Now we're good to go. Go ahead and plug it back in to where it it was originally. The bigger clip, again, goes up in here. Smaller clip, again, is right over here. At this point, I'll go ahead and I'll test the car to make sure it starts. If it does, great. Then I'll go ahead and I'll clean stuff up a little bit, reinstall everything, and it's good to go. This is always the moment of truth. Those who work on their car, that feeling when you turn it on. All right, keys in. I'll turn it to AC1. Turn AC2. Hear that noise? That's good. I hear the fuel pump priming. That's a good sign. I'll go ahead and I'll start the car. Hopefully. Haha! There we go. Install is complete. Everything turned out really well with the car. Got fortunate, didn't run into too many issues. If you have any tips, please comment down below. First and foremost, tips. Help me out. Help others watching the video. Let everybody know what can be done to make this job easier. If you like the video, like, share, and as always, I'm just trying to pay it forward. I've gained many a knowledge from YouTube, so I'm just trying to give back to the community. I'm out.